If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creator tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast without minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one. So, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. This is the podcast that you want to come to, where we're supporting all women who are going through different things or have gone through different things and want to stop by and encourage and say something that will uplift and inspire another female. So, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy this episode.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Took a lot of programming, but I think I got it this time. I am so sorry.
Are you on your phone or are you on your laptop?
I'm actually on my phone this time.
Okay.
But let's see. With everything that has been going on in society, on social media, in my personal life, as well as my business life, it is hard in this, day and age. But now people are starting to come out more with self-love. Like every day I have to wake up and look in the mirror, give myself 5 compliments, because it may not seem like it from the things that I post on my social media, but I'm the most self-conscious person out there.
Right.
And I debate on whether to just take the photo down within the first 3 seconds. I'm like, no, this ain't it. Then I have somebody take the phone away from me, because if not, it's never gonna be seen by the day of light.
Right.
But sometimes you really have to it's not even just bodily features. It's mainly you'll tear yourself down. I'll find myself tearing myself down about how smart I am, because sometimes I can be the dumbest person in the world, and I have to be like, oh, well, you got to remember, you wouldn't have gotten to where you are had you not have sat down and actually thought things through. It takes a real genuine and sophisticated and smart person to actually slow down and be like, hey, I'm looking at this all wrong. So you have to realize that you're looking at yourself all wrong as well. In this society, growing up as a kid, being a little black girl, you don't see that many as much representation back then as you see now. So you're just you start to hate on your hair, you start to hate on the shade of your skin, you start to think that you had a different color eye, if your skin was brighter, if your waist was smaller, if you didn't have hips, if you didn't have a chest, if you did have a chest, if you did have a butt. But now you look at yourself and realize there's somebody out there who wants to look like you, who wants to be like you, think like you, look at the world like you.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
Good. Go ahead. I love it. I'm loving this, for real.
But it's crazy, because you have those days where you get up and you buy that little outfit. Just go out, buy an outfit, do your hair, look at yourself in the mirror for 10 minutes at a time, be like, I am awesome. I am amazing. And how am I supposed to find somebody to love? As RuPaul once said, because I can't take his quote and not give him the credit. He's my favorite inspiration growing up. If you can't love yourself, how are you supposed to love somebody else?
That's it. That's it right there.
You start validating yourself by the way people validate you. And it was, for me, it was terrible. Because growing up, I'm thinking I look like a little boy. I was the most tomboyingest person out there. And I let that be my camouflage. I'm just okay, I don't have to put any effort in the way that I look. I can just wear my brother's clothes and be tough. And if somebody talks about me or says that I'm ugly or something like that, it's whatever, because I'm a tough boy. But I had to realize I'm a little girl.
Right. I understand that.
Yeah.
I was there, so I understand that.
it was difficult because I didn't know how to match clothes until like embarrassing to say high school. Like I walked in the store, but like you gotta have like you'll find that one color in clothing and it makes your skin pop and you're like, oh, light bulb.
Right.
This looks good on me. This looks nice. And then you get that glow about yourself. You're like, I've never noticed, but I have that rare shade of brown in my skin. That's crazy. Or I have a cleft chin, and no other girl that I mainly see out there in life, they all have dimples, but I have a cleft chin, and that's unique. You got to find those small little things about yourself and learn to love them.
Yep.
Because you'll sit there and tear yourself down every day. And in a society that's telling you that, oh, you're one in a dozen. No, I'm not one in a dozen. I'm one in infinity because there's going to be nobody else like me. I need to learn to love myself because you never know who's watching. And there are always people watching. Like, if you ever seen the Netflix show You, I feel like you have a stalker. There's a stalker out there and they're watching you. So nobody else can be you. And they looking at you bad hard. So give them something to look at.
Give them something to see, honey. Yes. I agree.
But self-love is so important nowadays because you're not like a lot of people don't grow up with it in their family, you know, families who don't express love. So they tend to not see their self-worth because of that. Or you have somebody who's never had a family, or like, you know, maybe they were adopted, maybe they've been alone since day one. That self-love is what's going to put you in the here and now. You're going to realize that you may be a testimony to someone else. Like, I'm muscular as crap. And I used to hate that about myself. But then I'm just like, can't beat my tail. And I'm just like, okay, look, my metabolism's gonna eventually kick the bucket when I get older. Good thing. You just don't settle in all the right places.
Right. Heck yeah.
But I feel like with self-love, it's also a mentality thing. Like, you'll get in that little rut every now and again where you just start to think about the saddest things and you start to hate yourself. You start to remember all the stuff that you're self-conscious about, but you got to get out of the habit. And the way to get out of that habit is to, like, I mean, leave Post-it notes on your mirror if you need to. Like, my brown eyes. I love my skin. I love my hair. It may not be as full as I want it to. It may not be as full as I want it to, but I love it.
I like that.
Yeah.
You got some pretty hair, though. I seen your picture today. I think it was today. You said I did my hair. And you did your hair in the cute little, the rubber bands with the hair and the ponytails. I was like, yeah, that's cute. I ain't seen that in a minute. But I like that. I used to do my hair like that. So that's cute.
Oh my gosh. I grew up wearing like cornrows all the time. And for like the longest time throughout high school, everybody thought I was a boy. Because, you know, I didn't come in yet. Like, it waited till senior year to come in. I was a very late bloomer.
For real?
Oh yeah, in elementary school, the principal, and I think this set the tone for the rest of my life, legit thought I was a guy. And when I tried to go into the girls' bathroom, my brother had to come up. God works in mysterious ways because he was in the right place at the right time. The principal was about to take me to the office and call my grandmother and say like, oh, well, he's sneaking into the boy bathroom. And it's just like, no, principal, he is a she.
Oh God. Oh my goodness.
So
wow.
I had to self-love to like, cause goodness gracious, it's like it's still there. That insecurity is still there.
Of course, yeah.
And still to this day, people will ask me, "Oh, you a boy or a girl?" I'm just like, I can't help it. I'm androgynous. At times, I can be androgynous. The push-up bra in there is androgynous to me. Like, But
I like that. That was
you
funny.
gotta get out of that mentality. Like it's difficult, and once you get out of there, and take it one day at a time. It helps. It does. But I would like to ask for your experience on that as well, because like I want to hear your insight on that.
So I'm glad you asked, because for me, growing up as a little girl, I was always told I was ugly. I was always told that I was too black. So I kind of made myself into a tomboy as well. Like I played in the street with the boys, climbed trees, played football, tried out for the football team in middle school.
We should have been friends. Oh my god.
Like I didn't really, I mean, even when I started growing boobs, like I still was like, yeah, I'm still like a tomboy.
Mhm.
Until I had somebody tell me like, hey, you're gonna have to wear a bra. You're starting to grow boobs, and I was like, oh,
Why?
okay, right. I was like, why? But okay, I'll put on a bra, and like going through middle school and high school, it was one of those things to where I didn't care about being girly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say I didn't love myself, but I was going through so much with like being in foster care and going to different schools and different homes. I was just not there to really care about being a girl. Like I was just like, okay, I'm here. So I think for me, when I really started to be girly girl is like after college. Like my first year in college, I started growing my dreads. Everybody thought that I was a stud because I didn't dress up. I didn't put on makeup. I was just, rocking it out with big baggy clothes. And they used to think that I was a stud. And one day I was like, all right, we're going to do a makeover. They did a makeover for me. And I was like, oh, that's cute. So I started being girly. And I started thinking I was pretty,
And so that
But-
one light bulb. There it goes.
Right. It was that one little light bulb. I was like, oh, I'm kind of cute with makeup on. All right, with these little tight pants on and my little push-up bra on and stuff. I was
Like,
all
look
right.
at they said, yes.
But truth be told, when I really started loving myself, I probably would have to say it was in 2017, like recently. Like
Mhm.
I'm about to be 35 this year, so I really started loving myself.
God, look it.
Thank you.
Congratulations, smoke it. Yeah.
Hey, you right? But no, I really did started loving myself. I went through so much stuff mentally, to the point where I lost myself, and I don't even know how I came back from that, but it was just something clicked one day and said, you know what? You're gonna really have to start loving you for you.
Mhm.
And now I'm to this point that I really don't care what people say about me. Yeah, I'm kind of chubby and I got a little stomach, and I'm a big girl. And either you,
Goals. We got goals and walls. We got
that's
curves,
it.
words.
That's it. You either gonna love it or you don't. That's it.
Take a roll. Put it on
That's
your face. Let's go.
it. You gonna love these rolls or you're not. One or the other. It don't matter to me.
Look, I'm literally we're trying to be sticks out here creating fires. That's just
For
fine.
real. And you know what? I didn't like myself when I was skinny. I used to be skinny.
Oh no, I don't even remember there was a time that I was. I don't, because I was a tiny baby, premature, and I was in big, and then I was in muscular, and then I got like a little bit of hips, and I was like, I don't think there's ever a time to be skinny, so it's fine. If I never was it, how can I know how it feels? So I don't think I'm missing out on anything, really.
You're not. And that's not to knock the skinny people. It's just that
Oh,
you're
no,
not.
of course not. It's just like,
You know what I mean?
all.
Yeah.
People, not all.
Not all. It definitely wouldn't look good on me. My head too big. Like
Right? Like, you got a fat face. You can't be skinny and have a pie face. We like flying it out here. Like you can't just
For
take
real.
the liver off. Your face gotta match the body, and I ain't
Gotta match the body. That head gotta match the body, honey, for real.
trying to
But
be out here.
I do what you said too. I don't put like sticky notes up, but I definitely will tell myself every day. I tell myself something good about myself. Like
Yeah.
and for me, I try to let other people know, like my daughter, I let her know that it's not about the outer appearance all the time. Sometimes, majority of the times, it's about what's going on the inside. Because you can put on all this stuff, the expensive clothes, makeup,
See,
weave.
crap in the inside. Just,
Right,
ooh.
right.
I am
And
so
then,
you said that. Oh my goodness.
for real, but it's
Say a lot
true.
of more time for the people in the back, please. Please.
And you got to think about it because there's a lot of pretty girls that I know they look better than me that are ugly on the inside. You know, they don't have a good personality. They got a
Evil,
nasty
vindictive,
attitude.
got the person
Yep.
brick
Yep.
wall.
Mhm.
Lord.
So I thank God for who I am, and I say my personality makes me beautiful. So
Yeah, it does. I mean, you're a beautiful woman, but your personality, no, actually, no. Your personality is already beautiful. Your looks is just a bonus.
right, I like that. I like that. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt.
Just like me growing up, I always noticed that, like, and the black culture, I've always noticed that they'd be like, oh, yeah, you're pretty for a dark skinned girl. And I'm like, I'm not even dark
Hmm.
skinned. What?
Oh
My,
my goodness.
my foundation from Fenty says 420. That is the happiest day of the year for some people. I am warm toffee in Revlon. Don't do that. I am a toasted chestnut and black and bold. Y'all calm this mess down. Dark skin.
Calm down.
Dark skin is
Right.
beautiful. I don't care, but I'm not even. What does that even mean?
I don't know. Just
What?
something somebody came up with.
It is, and like with that, growing up, I've always found that men were never like the black boys were never attracted to me. And for the longest time, I was like, well, there must be something wrong with me. I'm
Yeah.
up here trying to pull the white chocolate brothers, trying to pull the Asian persuasions, and I can't even get the chocolate ones to look at me. What's going on?
Girl.
That really affected like how I felt about myself to the point where I was just like, man, now you got to get to the point where you don't care. And like you said, how you had when you started loving yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like I just recently, I kid you not, maybe like 2 weeks ago, started loving myself.
Hey, gotta start somewhere.
Oh, most definitely. Like I was so afraid to let someone see my natural hair, let somebody touch my hair for it, like on a prayer, like you know how your mom always like, oh, don't let nobody touch your hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's to like a whole new level. You're not allowed to touch my hair. You're not allowed to see my hair. Nobody else is allowed to do my hair. I've been doing my hair since middle school.
Wow.
Like it was just such a nerve-wracking thing for me. Like I felt like if you saw my real hair, you saw my ugly.
Mm.
And then when growing up with a father who, like I had a very abusive father.
Mm-hmm.
So he would always like beat me down because I actually look like my mother, and my mother is a very beautiful woman. I always just think goddess to me, like her facial features, her flared nostrils, her beautiful big lips. She has a gorgeous, like she has the London look gap, and it looks like it's supposed to be there.
Mm. Yes.
I felt like I didn't look enough like her, and that was the reason why he treated me that way.
Mm.
He would like say, "Oh, you look like a witch when you wear makeup. Don't do that."
Mm.
Why do you put those things in your hair? Or you shouldn't wear your natural hair. It's naughty. It's nappy. No one likes that. Why do you wear those clothes? Those don't fit you. You should dress like a little girl. You should know how a woman's supposed to dress. And I'm just like, well, I'm sorry, sir. Please teach me.
Right.
So for the longest time, like after 10 years old, that's what I had to deal with.
Wow.
Like, wasn't really there, but at the times that she was, I always saw her beautiful. She always knew how to dress up. Like every day may not have been Sunday, but she dressed like it. Had a match each day. And it's tremendous to see that even after your high school years and during the time that you're in college and you're still trying to find yourself, you still feel self-conscious. I'm and I feel like I'm 50. Like
what?
To be 50, and it's just immaculate to see that somebody can take so long to come into their own even when they are an adult. So the fact that that you said that, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not too late.
It's never too late. Believe that. Like never too late for real. And it's not a rush. It's not a race. It's not something that you should rush into, but definitely do what you need to do to find yourself. Some people are 50 and 60 and 70 years old and still ain't found themselves.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So you sound like you're on the right path because of what you're talking about and what you're saying. And I see your pictures. I see what you're doing. And the pictures that you post, like your modeling pictures that you post, you can't even tell that you have some type of self-consciousness about yourself. And don't get it twisted. Every woman does. Believe it or not, every single woman does. I promise you. But sometimes you gotta accept your flaws and celebrate those, embrace them, and be like, whatever, this is what it is. Like, boom,
Just go with it. Go with it.
right, right. And that's the thing about it. Like the girls that are coming up now, and see, I have a daughter. She's 10. She's about to be 11 at the end of this month. So I
Mhm.
have to. I had to. If not for myself, for her. But I
Mhm.
really did it for myself. To found myself, started loving me for me, so that when she gets to the point to where she's lost, she can look back and say, you know what, my mama did it. If she did it, I know that I can do it. Because it's
Exactly.
really not easy.
It's not. But you just got to take it one step at a time. It's like
Yep.
let's see that movie Holes when they were telling the story about the pig. The guy carrying the pig.
Mhm.
Each day he's supposed to carry the pig there, let him drink, and carry him back. And the pig's
Mhm.
bigger, so the
Mhm.
pig gets the stronger you get because you're
Mhm.
carrying this pig every single day. So let that pig be your self confidence. Let that be one compliment every day, and with each compliment you give yourself, you are stronger for it.
Mm. I like that. I love that. That was lovely. See, and how old you say you were again?
21.
You know what? I love your mentality for saying that. That's great. Because at 21, honey, whew, I don't know who I was. I have no idea who I was at 21. I was confused, but that's good. I'm glad. And don't let society tell you anything different because with social media and TV and
Hmm.
all this stuff, these females, some of them don't even be happy with who they are. Like
They
they
really
go get this surgery done, and these facelifts and butt lifts and all this other
like
stuff.
I get not wanting to look old. I understand
Yeah,
that.
of course.
But at the same time, like in college I had to do, reports on this stuff. Like I actually had to do reports on like written reports and I really took in the information if I gotta write it and read it. But unlike plastic surgery, and a lot of people don't realize it was mainly just for people with deformities. It was
Mhm.
deformities. And when you're putting these things, like you gotta realize, like, okay, you may not like your lips, but guess what? If you rub it with a rag real hard, they plumping up, put some chapstick on it to seal the cuts or whatever that's up there.
Mhm.
But when you're putting these fillers inside your lips, you don't realize you're like messing with lymph nodes. You're pushing out the blood, the musculature. You're also tearing up the tissue that's inside your lips. All that stuff, like you see them putting the shots in, like on James Charles, I love him. Jeffree Star, Kylie Jenner, all these people you see
Mhm.
like lip injections and just pushing the stuff in there. As it goes in, you're pushing the other stuff that's supposed to be in there out.
Mm.
And then you wind up with Trump lips. They ain't there no more. Cause you can't, cause you can't afford it. Like just one filler like goes for, I think, one syringe goes for $230, and that's just starting price. And it takes more than just one to fill your top lip.
Mm. Wow.
And then when you're getting these like facial injections, you like sure you can get a lip filler for the first time, but it's like I think the first 3 days you have to put like a cold ice pack or something up there to reverse the effects. But after that, you're stuck with whatever's left until it like starts leaking out, and you don't want to be kissing on somebody with I guess you
No.
call it bags, and then all of a sudden your jelly stuff comes out and it gets
Ew.
people
Gross.
get knots in their lips because of it. Like you used to have beautiful soft lips, and now they got little rocks in there. Why would
Ew.
so?
That's
Not to
gross.
mention, it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna knock anybody who does it.
Right.
Because
Of course
you
not.
never know. It might be what gave them their confidence and made
Right.
them start themselves. But at the same time, don't go thinking that just because you do it, it's going to work for you. It doesn't work for everybody. Because sometimes you wind up with folks with botched surgeries.
Yep.
That's why this So Botched is out. You got this on Netflix now.
Yep.
And you have people, like, a lot of folks don't know if something starts to happen during your surgery because maybe you have thin skin, you have a medical condition, or just a compromise happens in your surgery. Some doctors are out here doing procedures that are not even like standard or have been like proven to work. They do experimental stuff during this surgery to make sure everything goes well. Because you've agreed to this surgery and you're under, there's gonna be nobody there to, like, you know, speak for you unless you want them to. And even that costs money for them to even, you know, be in the operating room. And it's a time crunch. It's a time crunch for your health. So start loving yourself now, because I guarantee you there's somebody out there who's already looking at you and already does. But you gotta love yourself for you're even gonna be able to love them. Because, like, how you gonna love them and you can't even, you know, get
yourself.
For the longest time, I wanted surgery on my nose. I have a big nose, but it's the family nose.
Right? You don't want to end up like a nose like Michael Jackson. God rest his soul. Just saying.
No, I don't want that. That's what contouring's for. Thank you,
Right.
Bianca Del Rio, RuPaul, and Princess Tiara, who taught me how to contour. But then I wouldn't have noticed that I actually have a nice nose.
Right. There you go. Shoot. That's what's up.
It is.
I gotta learn how to contour because I got a big nose too. So I'm like, that's one thing I'm trying to learn how to do is contour.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. You know that crease that's in like in your eye. You follow that to the bridge of your nose, and then you go down, and you don't like make two lines going like straight down. You make it going into a pinch shape, and then you blend that, and then you put a darker shade closer to the bottom, and then you blend that out. You take your setting powder and you go along the sides, and that's it.
Wow.
That is it. It took me 5 tries to figure that junk out. I was like, what am I doing? It's not right. Because mine don't look like that. And be sure that if you don't even want to use concealer, the more products you use on your nose, you cause more bumps and stuff. You have a lot more pores, nerves, and just all your, you know, that's your T-zone area. It gets really oily. You, like, don't even put, like, foundation at the tip of your nose. Just put concealer right there and a little bit of highlight. You good to go for the rest of the day.
That's what's up.
That is. I
like
wish
that.
I'd be that.
Yeah. For real.
Look like somebody took a Sharpie to the side of my face one day. Woo! Well, nobody telling me nothing. I didn't have no friends then. Not that day.
They ain't even let you know. Ugh.
It was like, oh my gosh, you look so different today. I was like, do you like it? And then all of a sudden, I didn't even realize I didn't blend it out. I put the camera up to my face. I was like, why didn't y'all tell me I didn't blend this out? We thought you knew. What you mean you thought I knew? Obviously I didn't.
Oh, man. That's what's up.
And I wasn't even into makeup like that. Like I was always I'm a big anime fanatic. So
yeah, I
love
see that.
Of Japan culture. So I wasn't really into makeup except for to do that.
Oh.
And all my photo shoots now, there's never been anybody else to do my makeup before. I've been the only person doing my makeup. So yeah, I'm not gonna say I perfected my craft, but I got it down.
You getting there? That's all that matters. True.
All that matters. But I know, like, let's see, there are like mantras that you can listen to kind of like boost your self-esteem every morning. It's actually one original Buddhist mantra that I have to memorize it. I can't say it today, but because I ain't trying to give nobody wrong advice. But if you look it up, it's all about self-care. It's about, self-care, self-love, and just loving, like, not like loving yourself, but just loving your infinity.
Wow, loving your infinity.
Just like
that's like the whole you, right?
Oh yeah, your existence, the impact that you've made on this world, the like truth that you've spoken into people, just love your infinity.
I like that.
Cause like, I've never noticed that I actually even gave off an infinity. I didn't even know what that was. I was like, you mean like a life sentence? Is that what you mean? Like, cause that's what my friendship is. All
right.
But there's like, no, you give off like this charismatic, goofy, like you're never downing people unless they trifled you. Cause like I'm not gonna lie, if you go against me, it's like
it's war.
You some mess. I'm gonna tear your soul out. But just don't cross me and I won't cross you. Don't cross my friends, cross my family.
That's it.
To have the same respect for them as you would want to be respected with. But like your would be the imprint that you've made on somebody. Per se, for a friend that I've had, she's always like, you always kind of, hyped me up when nobody's hyping you up. You've always been the one to go out there and be crazy and be goofy. Just to make somebody laugh, you will embarrass yourself. Like in general public, we can be in the middle of the mall, you'll just like, start hyping me up, being like, okay, back at it again with the red Timbs. Let's go. All right. Hair slayed, weave slayed, lashes did. Look at that wing liner can cut somebody's throat. Yes, ma'am. Woo, sharp as I don't know what. And she's like, you're positive. And you don't realize, but that has impacted all of us as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that we doubt ourselves, and then the life experiences that you have gone through, you'll sit there and you will tell, like, a lot of people can go out there and be like, oh yeah, I know what it's like to be hungry. I remember that time I had to wait 2 hours for lunch. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, you don't know what you're going through now. I know what it's like to be hungry. Growing up with and living in a van. Oh. I remember, like, it was like do or die time when you're sitting there and you're going 5 days without food and you're just... So don't try to, preach to somebody else that they're, complaining about absolutely nothing. Because they're struggling.
Wow.
And just standing up for that person, I never even knew that, I didn't know that was their situation. But apparently, they needed to hear it. Your infinity can affect somebody so much. Whether somebody has been raped or molested, you are drawn to people who have gone through the same thing that you've gone through. I've been through a lot. So
I feel you.
So I never know. I never know why I'm brought into somebody's life, but your infinity can be the thing that changes the difference. It may save a life that day. It's just a compliment.
Wow. I'm glad you told me that, because I always try to compliment people whenever I can, not knowing what their situation is. I just always try to give somebody a compliment every day, because making somebody else smile is like the highlight of my day. If I can make you smile, yeah. That's the highlight.
Back, or when they get that red tint in their face, or like they try to shy out, I'm like, do not be shy. That's my energy. I feed off of that. Yes.
I love you. I love your energy, and you keep that same positivity for real, because that's beautiful. And we need a lot of people like that in this world. It's so much hate going on and so much, negative energy. I try to steer clear from that stuff.
I had to cut all that out. Like,
yeah,
I couldn't deal with the negativity anymore. It got to the point where now I'm only 21, and don't get me, I love my gray wigs. I love my gray wigs. I love them. Like silver and white and gray. That is my color.
I know. I see that.
But I have like a patch of gray hair in the back of my head, and I'm only 21.
Wow.
And it was simply because it was premature stress. Like, I started balding early, and then because I stopped stressing about it, I cut out all the negativity, like all the negative people. We're living in such a negative time now. It's kind of hard to get away from it, especially if it's your family and your friends that you've been around for such a long period of time.
Right.
Then you got to realize, they're not the ones who's losing sleep at night. You are. That's part of self-love. You got to learn one day. Stop putting people ahead of you.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I get if it's your kids, but your kids will be all right for like a good hour in the room while you in the bubble bath. You got your little chocolate strawberries. You have your candles. You got whatever the heck music you like listening to. I personally listen to heavy metal and like K-pop.
Right.
It's their own.
To each his own, right?
You get your vibes and just chill out. Take a you day, because I cannot stress enough. Self-care. One more time. Self-care is so important. For like, one, for your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
2, for your mentality. And a lot of people don't realize that when you don't self-care, you tend to stressy.
Mm-hmm.
When you're stressy, your body go off of whack. And when you are all stressed out, that's your heart, that's your liver, that's your lungs. Like, you can accumulate breathing problems just because you didn't take that one self-care day, because you have so much anxiety, so much stress build up.
Yep.
Like, I got all these health problems and I'm just 21. I'm like, oh my God. I'm gonna kick it when I'm 30, but you know what? Self-care.
I definitely know that feeling. I've been there. I've experienced that this past year. So I know taking care of self is very, very vital to your body. Like, it is.
And if you are a mom, plan you a girls' night out. Or just like a mommy's unit white wine time. I'm not a mom, but I have a brother. I basically raised him. So I feel like I'm on that. Yeah.
Right. That's what's up.
Like, just do you. Like, take time to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
You know how, like, I don't know, maybe like you're filling out paperwork, you're doing college homework, you're doing school homework, you're dealing with bills. Take 10 minutes, breathe. Cut everything off when you get home from like work or school or something, and just breathe. And when I tell you the atmosphere changes, like the room feel like it get colder, or to the comfortable temperature that you normally like. It helps. It helps so much. Like, I'm doing it right now, just talking to you.
Me too.
This is like stress relief right here.
Me too.
Positive.
Me too. I feel you. I can relate. I really can. Yes, ma'am.
And if it is like, just go get your feet done once in a while. Like, I hate people touching my feet. I've had my feet done for the first time since I've been born.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, probably two. It's probably been about 2 or 3 times for me in a lifetime. So
let's see. The first time I ever got my feet done, I think I was 20.
Wow.
Because I don't like people touching my feet. Like, I grew up like doing my mom's and them feet. I used to watch like when they go get their feet done. I knew my grandma, she worked on the vid ground. She was always tired. My mom was like working like under the table as a nurse, as a home nurse, as hospice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, let me do something to help them out. I mean, I don't like this personally for myself, but I know it helps them. So then I thought I was like, I started working. I was like, oh my God, I want to get them hobgoblin feet. Like,
it's their hobgoblin feet.
And I got my toes done for the first time, and I was like, I didn't like it. I accidentally kicked the lady in the face. I'm not allowed back at Diamond Nails.
Oh my goodness.
I apologize. It's okay, but I'm still not allowed back there. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what carpet feels like.
Oh man. So silly.
I used to think that I had like monster looking feet, because like I have big feet for a girl. Or at least I do, because I wear like a size 9 and 10 in men.
I do too. It's okay.
So like,
we'll be all right.
Exactly. We're gonna leave
for real.
We're here.
You gonna hear us coming. For real.
Fat. Yes, ma'am. Walking in that poolside beach with your feet flat. You don't know I'm here. Hear me coming up.
That part.
But it took that one day to be like, oh my gosh, I used to hate my feet. Be like, I was that kid who always wears sneakers. You never catch me in sandals. Never catch me wearing flip flops. And you never catch me. And I was like, okay, that one thing that I did, got that little rose gold nail polish on.
Ooh, matching your skin color. Ooh.
Exactly. Yes, ma'am. And I was like, oh my gosh, my little chubby Vienna sausages actually look cute.
Oh, silly.
Yes, my little Viennas. go
You
for
are
the
so
candy.
silly.
Yes.
You are silly.
It's the only way to be. It's like because I now know that over the time of years, with everything that I have gone through, it was so much self-hate going on that to the point where I'm not gonna cuss on here, but somebody's obviously gonna fill in the blank. I used to be an a-hole. Because of how much self-hatred I had.
Mm-hmm.
And me growing up, I was always mature from like an early age to up higher.
Mm-hmm.
And as I got throughout high school, I was like, okay, let's not do this because we don't make friends this way. You're here reading people to filth and you're being mean. And they've done nothing to you. So let's try being nice.
I can relate. I've been
So
an
now,
a-hole. I'm an a-hole sometimes too right now. So, and it's not nothing to do with self-hate. I just think that my tolerance for people is just
I had a lot of tolerance for people. I think I was just mean for no reason.
Okay.
Oh, I used to be evil. I used to want to like just see I love psychology.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I like to see, and I think I got that from my dad. And I never at the time I never met my dad until I was 10.
Mm-hmm.
So my grandmother used to say, "Oh, you're like him," and I was like, "Huh? Who's him?" She's like, "Never mind." And then I used to see that I would mess with people psychologically.
Mm-hmm.
I made people tick because basically, not I'm not saying I'm an alien or something that's weird, but as me, I like to see what make humans tick. I want to see how far I can push you.
The reaction
Subconsciously, toward either a decision, a choice to make you believe something, not believe something. And then I was like, oh my god, I'm being a woman, I'm being vindictive. No.
Oh man.
That was the ugly trait that I had, and I hated it. And I hated how I could always tell what somebody was thinking just by body language. Still to this day, I still do that, but I don't mess with people's heads anymore. I stopped doing that because I was like, you mess with your own head when you do this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why you're mean.
And that is why you're mean.
This is why you're mean. So I had to get out of that. And I noticed that you could just say the smallest thing about somebody, whether you're just joking, and you could tear somebody down.
Yeah.
I think that's what made me want to change.
Wow.
I never bullied anybody.
Right.
But I made one small comment about a girl's hair, oh, your ends are split. And she just broke down in tears. And I was like, oh my God, what's wrong?
Oh man, yeah, that's why we gotta be mindful what we say to people. Even with joking, sometimes a lot of people don't know that. Women, we joke a lot with each other, but and be calling each other, joke about their flaws and stuff. But deep down inside, that woman that you just joked about, she's feeling that, and she's feeling insecure and some type of self-consciousness about it. So that's something that I've had to learn how to do. And I've also had to learn how to I had to learn how to develop a tough skin, basically. Because I had a lot of people that, girlfriends that used to joke about my little insecurities, and they knew I was insecure about it, but they would joke about it. And I used to be like, why would you say that? And would get an attitude. But then I was like, all right, I'm going to just develop tough skin so it don't bother me. And then I got to the point where I started making my own jokes about me. So before you even get a chance to joke about something on me, I'm gonna joke on myself. I'm gonna talk about myself. That way you can be like, oh, okay, well I can't say that. Then you gotta come up with something else to say.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I used to have my own little insecurity growing up. It was my sister who started the whole "you look like a boy" thing. And she was like, oh, that's why you're gonna grow up and you're gonna be a tranny.
Oh wow.
And I was like, you're supposed to be my big sister. Why would you say something like that to me? And then the jokes continued. She used to say it out loud on the bus. It would happen in school.
Oh.
it got to the point where as I got older, like I wouldn't like wear makeup. I wouldn't wear like feminine hairstyles. I would not wear a bra. I would actually wrap my chest down. I was like, man,
wow.
this underwire check me while I'm walking. It's not even worth it. In a sports bra, you just get that under boob sweat. We ain't trying to do all this. Baby powder does not last that long.
Oh no, it don't. For real.
Where it wasn't until I actually moved up to Warner Robins. I went to downtown Macon for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I was with a friend, and a random guy walked up to me. I mean, I didn't look like masculine in any way. I didn't look feminine in any way. But he walked up to me, grabbed my neck, and he was like, oh, "Okay, you're a girl."
Oh wow.
Is this how we doing things in Macon?
Oh wow.
You could have just asked.
Right? Disrespect.
Like we were both walking at the same time, so I walked into it. I was like, oh my God, like I almost spit. Like what? Like I got chopped in the throat. It was sickening. And that insecurity, still to this day, hold on, because she's not gonna stop. 1 second.
Uh-huh.
Thank you though. All right, I'm back. But yes, just the smallest things can really make or break somebody. It actually stopped me from going to church for a while.
Wow, really?
Oh yeah, they were like, oh, I like your voice. It's very what's the word? It's like strong. It's like, and then I joked to myself, I was like, it's very masculine. It's like, yes, masculine.
Oh
and
no.
Jesus Christ, Nazareth. I helped y'all till a garden, and this is the thanks I get. Okay, no more charity work.
All right.
It just completely cut me off from going there, and then I was like, okay. He just said it one time. I think I'll go back. And I was saying hey to people in the church, and then the deacon was like, "Oh, Sister Valtorin, you're back. I know that masculine voice anywhere." I'm like, what? He meant it as a compliment, and I know he meant it as a compliment. Like, he's a really older man. Like, he's from back in the day where you still call like women handsome. That's a handsome young woman.
What the world?
Yeah. And I don't think in his head he really knew he was saying something that upset me, and maybe if I had said something, because a lot of times we choose to let people say things and not speak up about it, that it hurts us.
Mm-hmm.
Like with some people saying the N-word. Like, I actually don't really, I prefer not to use it. It's not really a nice word for either race to use.
Mm-hmm.
And you sound unintelligent at times. But some, I get if you're mad. It's like, you just pop it out there. But like, it's not. And then I let that dwell in me so long to the point where I just stopped going there.
Wow.
I mean, I still, I read the Bible. Medea, read your Bible sometimes. But watch on TV. But it's to the point where it's like if I walk in there, like, and then I shy away again, it's like they win.
Yeah, that's
Not
true.
personally, but the insecurity. They win.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was serious.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know what to say, but that was serious.
I'll get deep and then get right back to it. It's fine. But like, yeah, the insecurities, like you'll notice that whenever you need self-love for somebody, like you have women who are self-conscious about their bellies. Like, for instance, my mother, she has a hiatal hernia, and because of that, it makes her look at times like she's pregnant. Like when she eats something, like she gets that, not the low bloated belly bump, but she actually plumps up as if she's pregnant. So she's very self-conscious about wearing fitted clothes, and I'm just like, no, you can wear this. You just need to find, for one, that area, you know, of placement for the garment, so that way you feel you're most comfortable, like you're most comfortable. There are people out there who love a belly. Like, on a man, I love a belly. Yes. Nobody wants to sleep on a rock hard six pack all the daggone time. I get tired of feeling your ribs. But every now and again, we love a little belly. We love a little arm wing fat. That's that good cuddle right there.
That arm wing fat is the best, honey.
Wing. That is that pillow that you wish that you had, that you cannot find in the world's softest pillow can never beat that. Come on, man.
Not at all.
Already preheated in the winter, yes, ma'am.
For real.
Preheated to 350, let's go, or 98.1, the body temperature. But you see, you have people out here who will wear the big t-shirts, who will wear the hoodies even in the summertime, who will constantly wear pants because they feel like they have chicken legs, or they have the stretch marks on the calf muscle. Or if you're like me, I'm really self-conscious about my arms. Like, and sometimes they're very, you know, very buffed out, very defined, and I feel like, okay, this isn't feminine at all, and I get self-conscious about it. So I'll wear like long sleeves like year round. I'm just not getting to the point where I don't wear long sleeves at all. But you see me in the summertime, I'd be sitting there with a freaking sweater on. They're like, why do you have on a sweater? I'm like, this other one didn't fit.
It's too hot for that, honey.
I know. But I have hot natured friends, so it's cool. They have AC. But and then you have certain stores that I would love to shop in. I couldn't really get my arms into the outfit. I'd be struggling to get it past the opening of the shirt.
Oh man, for real, right? I know that feeling.
And then you hear the string pop, and you just like, I can do this. A string pop, I can fit.
And still can't fit it.
Still couldn't fit it. Had to buy the shirt, just not tore it up.
That's a tragic.
It's tragedy, but I'm just like, you know what? It's cool. I'll go get a pant leg or something, and then tailor it to my arm and sew it up there. I don't care. I liked it for the design on the front. I ain't like it for the sleeves.
Yeah.
And then you have people okay, I personally, I hate showing my face. If you notice with most hairstyles, I will always have my hair in the face. Be there. But where actually, you can show a little bit of forehead for you girls out there, you know, who got those big old foreheads and feel like you have movie theater dreams.
For real.
It's
I know I do.
You got big dreams. You got a big mind, creativity. For those people who feel like they got a fat head and can't wear a hat, let me tell you something. You are a hat model's best friend.
That part.
You are a hat designer's best friend.
For real.
Those of you who, not to be nasty or anything, got feet self-consciousness, I guarantee there's somebody who buy your foot pictures.
Oh, yeah. Definitely is. Somebody out there.
On Twitter, they look at it every day. I'm just like, eventually one day I'll be confident enough. And I will sell my foot pictures and pay a bill. But not today.
Not today.
You gotta realize that there's somebody out there that wants that.
And
not just that, if you don't like it, and without surgery, and you can change it.
Change it.
And then $20,000. If you feel like, it's not to you know, not a thought that, if I were skinnier, I'd be more beautiful. No, if it was just I feel like I need to do this for me because it would my confidence. Not if, it's I know. If I know that if I lose weight, I'll be more confident, more healthy, more positivity, and get more energy. That's what you need to have. Not okay. If I lose some weight, if I stop eating this, if I cut out snacks here, maybe I'll be more attractive. There's never, like Tadra Call said in his song, skinny does not mean pretty. Melanie Martinez, there are girls out here puckering up their lips and pumping up their lips until they can't breathe. And that's the truth. Girls out here learning how to copy and paste. No. You don't need to add things onto your body. Into your body, you are beautiful.
That's the way
You
you are.
You just the way you are.
Well, that's what's up, man. This has been an awesome conversation. I am so glad that you finally got up here and
I
talked to
couldn't
me.
figure out I couldn't figure out what was going on. I guess it was my phone, probably. iPhones and everything, people.
Phones and everything. Well, again, I do appreciate you joining in. Do you have an Instagram that people can follow you at?
Yes, I do. I am Silver Eris, the official page. Don't judge my content. It's weird. It's mostly modeling, some Pride stuff, because I know there's a lot of people out there. Oh, by the way, happy Pride Month for y'all out there.
Woo woo.
LGBTQU, XYZ, LMNP.
LMNP.
LGBTQ, you know you in there.
Yep, all day.
Pride Month, and remember, Black Lives Matter.
All the time. All lives matter.
Matter will not matter until a Black life matters.
That part. And that is the way we end this one. I love it. That was nice. Thank you so much again. Once I have everything processed, I will share the link with you so that you can share it.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate this conversation. I'm pretty sure this is going to help somebody out here in the world. Somebody needs to hear it. Somebody will listen to it, and it will help them. So
somebody yes.
For real. So remember, stay positive, stay beautiful, and stay blessed.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out.